And we are up. Good morning. It's morning, at least. I can say that much. How is everybody today? Looks like it's going to take a second. Looks like I got an update here. Sorry, guys. Didn't even realize. Fortunately, it looks like it ain't going to take long. There we go. Oop, volume's a little high. Did I just accidentally click to start a new game? Yeah, go away, I don't care. That's weird. Here we go. Well, last episode, or last week, I should say, not episode so much, we made it into level 3, and we are in the cave, traveling to the next major city. However, we have a free healing spot right there, and the monsters in here are giving pretty good experience, so I'm kind of a mind to go ahead and attempt to grind out a little experience here. I hope nobody minds. God, I love her. I won't do it for too long. I just want to see, you know.
Good to go.
But, you know, a simple battle like that, giving 35 experience, that's pretty good for right now. Oh, that's cool. Look at the shadow. Well, they did with the shadow work there. That's awesome. Looks like I should be exploring the other side for monsters. That's some pretty cool shadow work going over the bridge. It's doing it down the hallways too now, I see. Crap, hopefully that didn't knock him too far away for the splash damage. It did. Ah well, we'll finish this guy off. Or not quite, but almost. Joshua will finish him off.
Alright, we're good to go.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen the recent announcements from Xseed, but they have confirmed that this summer they are coming out with the Legend of Heroes Trails of the Sky second chapter. So hopefully right about the time when we finish with this one, which is the first chapter, that will be out and we can flow straight into the second chapter. But yeah, I think it'll do us some good to maybe see if we can make it to level 20, level 21 while we're in here.
We did it!
You know, at the rate they're giving us experience, it won't take all that long. I want to see what it does. I like the range of it. Let's see what we got here.
Prepare to meet your doom! Come on, everyone! Scary. Scary.
Okay, I like her. I hope she never leaves. I hope she's with us for the rest of the game. Yup. Damn, I hate to do this, but I don't think I want to take whatever this thing's casting.
Here I come! We did it!
But yeah, that's great. She's just like, oh, okay, Gatling gun. Joshua taking a bit of a beating this battle. You failed to kill it by 8.
Alright, we're good to go.
Looks like Joshua is going to level up pretty soon here. Okie dokie. Got a preemptive, so we probably won't even take a hit on this one. We're getting good Sept variety down here too, that's good. There's level 20 for Joshua. Ooh, she gets to attack with a crit. She's already charged up again! So not only is her super awesome, but it charges stupid fast. Oh my god.
Piece of cake.
You know, we'll just use these two fights. They're nice and close to each other, and they're right by the heal point. God, it's awesome when she gets a critical round.
Alright, we're good to go.
So yeah, it looks like we'll probably... Okay, so we're going to be gaining about 20 a battle at level 20. So it would take... $20 battles? 40 battles to level to 21. I don't want to sit around and fight random battles that long. That would probably take us most of the rest of the first hour, so... We'll still fight everything on the way out, but... Let's move forward. Aw, come on, Estelle!
Scary.
It happens, LP573, don't worry about it. I don't expect everybody to make every week. Did you get to watch the replay of last week's episode, at least on YouTube? Because a lot of stuff did happen last week. Oh, come on, guys! Well then, LP, welcome to Chapter 3.
Scary.
We finished off Chapter 2 last episode. We've got Cannon Wielder. Though she does have a gun also. Oh, Dragnon, you ruined the surprise. I was going to show him next battle.
We're good to go.
You know what, no. Let's wait. We'll use it when she gets her charge up to full. and see what the maximum amount of damage is she can do with that attack. Crap, not good. Moved him too far back. Well, he's casting whatever it was he was going to cast. Earth Guard. Lord Pettit, welcome! Nothing else down there. Yep, magic bubbles. Probably.
Scary.
Okay, looks like that's the end of our trip through the tunnel, so we're actually going to go ahead. I want to get a max power of her special off before we go. Oh, it's better than that, Lord Pettit. Don't ruin the surprise. Don't ruin the surprise for him, anybody.
That's that then. Let's move out.
See, here's this fight back. Okay. Ah. next battle. Here we go, let's slaughter. Ooh, perfect! Who's ready? 3, 2, 1, fun time!
Prepare to meet the Joe! Come on, everyone! Yeah! Scary.
No, there was no way I could have gotten the fourth. I couldn't get them all. They were just off of each other. But yeah, if I get to choose characters for the final party from the ones we've had, I think we'd go with Chloe and with her.
Scary.
Chloe for, you know, awesome healing. And then her for awesome damage that hits multiple targets. Okay, let's go on to Zeiss. LP, Lord Pettit, I don't think you were here for this, but I don't know if you've seen, but Exceed. Oh! The tunnel ends here. So does that mean this is the entrance to Zeiss? That's right. It leads right into the basement of the central factory. I'm excited to see it. The central factory is the pride and joy of Zeiss since it's an industrial city. I'd heard it was big, but that's about all I really know. Whoop. Well, yeah, it's really huge. Anyone who's not used to the layout could get lost in a hurry. Ugh, there's a creepy thought. I'm beginning to worry whether or not we'll really be able to make it to the guild. The way out to the city is up on the first floor. I'll show you how to get there. Thanks. Well, let's go in. But what I was starting to say, guys, okay, that makes 8 cans. Check and double check. Let's check in on the factory. What I was going to say is Xseed has announced that this summer they are going to be releasing the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. So with any luck, that will come out just in time for us to finish this one. Whoa! What's this place? Wow! It looks like almost the entire factory is completely automated. Below the city there are lots of Orbment factories. They make everything from lights to airship parts. That's awesome! A little overwhelming, but awesome! Oh! There's only an emergency staircase through that door. If you want to go up to the ground floor, just go back the way you came, straight down the hall. Ah, so if you had gone the other way, this could have been a scene we could have missed. I wonder what he's doing right now. Okay, enough of that. Get your head into the job, girl. The door is locked. Okay, what's this room? This is the elevator. It can take us from the basement to the roof. Huh? Can't say I've ever seen one of these outside of the mines. And this one seems super high-tech. Well, this is Zeiss. And since this is the central factory, I'm sure they have quite a few of these. They have more than one? It's the latest model, too. Maximum weight capacity 50 Torin. It can handle even heavy industrial equipment with no problem. I don't entirely get it, but it sure sounds impressive. So, how do we get it to move? Oh, you just pick which floor you want on that panel. Let's see, you want to go into the city, right? Yes, can you take us up to the first floor? Okay. Whoa. Whoa, check out the size of this place! This is the central factory's main floor. It's where the reception desk and consumer maintenance windows are. I see, so we can get out to town from here. Oh, Tita! Miss Hazel? There you are! Supervisor Travis has been looking for you. He'd like for you to go straight to the operations room. Oh, okay, I will. Uh-oh. Sounds urgent. Thank you for showing us around. It's no big deal. This is the least I can do after you beat up those monsters for me. Well, we're planning to be in Zeiss for a little while. Would you mind if we stop by to see you again? I'd love that! Bye-bye, then! What a sweet kid. I get the impression that she's a lot tougher than she looks. I agree. I always wanted a sweet, lovable little sister like her. Instead of, might I add, an obnoxious little brother. You keep saying things like that, but you're the one who's always following me around. If you want to be more like a real older sister, you need to get your head out of the clouds every now and then. Look who's talking. Anyway, all sibling rivalries aside, want to head into the city? Yeah, first I'd like to switch assignments at the guild. Plus, we can see if there's any new information on the Orbment or Dad. Sounds like a plan. Looks like we want to go this way. Whoa, what's this? Some kind of moving staircase. It is a really long climb, so I guess it would be tough without it. Yeah, but to have the whole thing moving underneath you? This place has been full of surprises ever since we got here. No kidding. Yes, Estelle is the older sister. That's incredible. A staircase that moves. Okay, there's the guild. Hi there! Pardon us. See, we're finally here, I see. Estelle, Joshua, welcome to Zeiss. Huh? You know us? I've already been briefed of your arrival from one Jean at the Rouen branch. A girl with chestnut hair tied in twin ponytails, and a boy with black hair and amber eyes. That is you, is it not? Okay. My name is Kilika. Zeiss welcomes your service. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, same here. The pleasure is ours. I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like to proceed with the formalities of changing your affiliation. If you'll just sign these documents. Okay. Estelle and Joshua signed the assignment change forms. That should do it. You are both now affiliates of the Zeiss Regional Guild. There are no urgent matters that must be seen to currently. You're free to check the bulletin board at work at your own pace. It's kind of disappointing, but hey, a little peace and quiet can be a good thing. Oh, right, I had a question to ask. About Cassius, correct? She can read minds? Did Jean tell you about him too? The whole sordid matter. I'm sorry to say that Cassius is not currently in the Zeiss region. He only stops in every few months or so. Figures. That just leaves Grancel, or maybe. I believe I might be able to provide you with a lead in another matter. Please, take this. Received attention, Factory Chief. What's this? It is a letter of introduction to the head of the Central Factory, one Mr. Murdoch. He's basically like the mayor of the Zeiss region. Is this in regards to the matter of the Black Orbment? The stories of the mayor's residence painted as a very mysterious item. I'd suggest that you consult with the Factory Chief and see what he has to say. Wow, you've really got all this all planned out. Do you have some kind of superpower, Kilika? My business is to provide support for bracers such as yourselves. I simply decipher the intelligence that provided and pass it on, as mandates of my job require. Wow. We really appreciate your assistance. Think nothing of it. I trust that you will return to assist us should a major incident occur. You can count on us when the time comes. Well, do you want to go ahead and see the Factory Chief? Sounds good to me. Yes, Drakdot, that is my intention. Seeking a librarian with keen investigative skills. Anyone who wishes to apply, please see me in the archives on 2nd floor. Please understand, too, that you may be asked to pick up some slack on a few odds and ends before the real work begins. A ferocious monster known as a Croncocider has been spotted roving the Trot Plains Road. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. So let's see here. Weapons, weapons, weapons. Here we go. Stain, arms, and guards. Greetings, weapons enthusiasts. Welcome to Stain, Arms, and Guards. Do the sleight of fell accoutrements make you palms sweaty? Well, shop here. We cater to the violently inclined. Okay, I like him. Let's see here. Some nice upgrades, actually. Let's see here. We can do 2 pairs of boots. Can't quite do the armor. Oh, then again, I have some stuff to sell. Let's see if we can... There we go. Hold on a sec. Yeah, that's still a pretty big upgrade for her defense. Let's check. There's the bar. New issue of the Liberal News. Lots of cooking stuff. Ooh, they sell Tira bombs. Those will be nice. Okay, back to the factory, shall we? We can kind of explore the town a little later. Oh, you were the ones with Tita before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory. How can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to meet with the factory head, if we may. Estelle reached into her pouch, paused for dramatic effect, then flourished the introduction note to meet the factory chief. Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes. Kopros! Welcome! Haven't seen you for a bit. How things been, my friend? I see. Just a moment, please. Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle all the while. Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you during your... Yes, sir. The people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir, right away. Thank you for waiting. Factory Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the second floor. Nice! I didn't think he'd see us so quickly. Let's not keep him waiting. We're gonna need to go there next. That's the emergency stair. Hey, I've been waiting for you two. Estelle and Joshua, right? Yes, it's nice to meet you, sir. We're sorry to bother you at work like this. No, don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It would be rude of me not to welcome his children. Huh? You know Dad? I guess you might say that. He was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest orbments in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft have never really stopped. Whenever we've had a problem, we'd always contact the Rolent branch and have him come over. I see. Ah, apartment hunting, Kopros. Good luck. Heh, that explains all the business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Thanks, sir. It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious Black Orbment. I see. Well then. Would you mind if I had a look at this orbment? Sure, no problem. Estelle produced the Black Orbment and handed it to the factory chief. Now this is certainly an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials, but the caliber isn't inscribed anywhere. Caliber? You mean the numbers that are carved into the orbment frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an orbment to be produced without them. That's not just in Liberal either. Most other nations on the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when the orbments were first invented 50 years ago. Huh, you don't say. Estelle took out her combat orbit and eyeballed it suspiciously. You're right. There are numbers right there. Crazy. You mean to say that you've never noticed on all this time? Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it? It's pretty much a part of the production process, and that goes for any orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. If so, I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning. So, less with the sweet and awesome, more with the stabby hurdy. Got it. Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? Bah, I can't find the maintenance cover. And now that I really look at it, it has no seams to it at all. How the hell was this thing made? I don't see any way to check out the inside of it. Oh man. Would it be possible to cut it open? Might work, yes, but I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that. Oh, okay. Maybe we should let that professor handle it. Oh, right, the one mentioned in the note. Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the Orbment. Estelle showed Murdoch the note that was in the package for Cassius. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. From the letter R and the people Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. I thought so. Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy? I don't, but I know of him. He's known as the person who brought orbital technology to Liberal in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, orbments were invented by Professor Epstein, and Professor Russell was one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the orbments and this knowledge back, and that's why Liberal is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the orbital revolution. Wow, now that is impressive. Well, I hate to tell you this, Lord Pettit, but when we start the second chapter, she's kind of the main character there, too. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that. Even so, it worries me a little that you'd be letting the old prof, handle this orbment. We have no idea what it is, really. Huh? Well, how do you put this? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what he'll do. Much like the time when he was developing the first orbital airship. What's with the far-off look? I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. I'm sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. It can't hurt. Thanks, Chief. Where should we go to find him? Hold on a moment. Murdoch flipped the switch on the intercom. Testing, testing, good. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? Alright, I'll be waiting. What, did you just call the professor or something? Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing. Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who did you call? His granddaughter. She works here at the factory. I'm sure the child will be happy to show you the way. The child? Excuse me. What? You. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. You mean that you know each other? Yeah, we only just met a little while ago, though. So then I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter? Exactly. Tita, I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house. And see Grandpa? Okay, I will. I appreciate it. Yay, Tita's back! Ah yes, if you learn anything new, I'd love if you came back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this. Sure thing. If you'll excuse us, then. Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of the famous professor. It's no wonder you were so comfortable with orbments. Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you bracers have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated. We can explain everything once we see your grandfather. Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then turn to the west and there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving. See, let's do this while we're here. Excuse me. We saw your request on the bulletin board. Oh my, you're here already. I only just put in the request a little while ago. Well, we had just come in to change assignments, so we were ready to work. Well, shall we get started then? Sure. That's fine. This is about hiring the temp librarian, right? Yes, that's right. It's turned out to be much more of an ordeal than expected. What kind of ordeal? I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand, though, I have a matter I would like you to help settle. Consider it a favor, if you will. What kind of matter are you referring to? The archives load out some books to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to get our books back. What? That's simple. Where do we need to go? Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room and the 4th floor lab and clinic. The 3rd floor design room, 4th floor lab and clinic. Got it. Is that everything? Yes. Please come back once you have them. Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. Go ahead and get the first of our bracer jobs done while we're here. We need a researcher who can help work on the Aerocel's new experimental engines. It's the center of the ship's design, so we can't have just anyone working in there. It won't be easy to find such a person, but we can't leave the Aerocel's engine as it is. I think we may need a fresh point of view on it. Hi, Tita. How'd it go changing those lights in the Chaldea tunnel? Well, it went okay. Went okay? You did change the lights, though, right? Oh, yes, I changed them all. Okay, then. Good work. You're lucky you had a couple of bracers with you on that last assignment, eh? When I was younger, I got into all kinds of scrapes. Yes, I can imagine. I'll be careful. Can't find that blasted paperwork anywhere. It might be faster to just pull out all the blueprints and start over from scratch. There's that book. Oh, okay, so we don't need to talk to anybody to get them. We just need to pick them up. Yes, Ace, Kitty. Why, hello, Tita. How is your grandfather? Is he doing well? Yes, ma'am. He's still as healthy as ever. It's good to hear. But the strange work schedule he keeps is sure to catch up with him eventually. Please tell him not to miss his next checkup. Yes, ma'am, I will. Tita, you've definitely picked up your reasonable nature from your grandfather. But he's always coming up with the most outlandish excuses to miss his checkups. It's rather like dealing with a small child. Sounds like Grandpa, all right. Looking for book, looking for book. There it is. Found Kitty Talk for Dummies. Found Tomorrow's Cooking. Oh, are you done? We brought them for you. Handed over Septium Optic Annals. Handed over Tomorrow's Cooking. Handed over Kitty Talk for Dummies. All the books have been returned. Quest Temp Librarian completed. Good, now, we have all the books again. I thank you for your assistance. It was no big deal. We didn't have any issues. It's good to hear. In that case, perhaps I should go ahead and ask for your help with my favorite type of work. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having some significant problems somewhere along the line. So what kind of work is it? Just like before, we need some overdue materials returned. The book in question is called The Herbe Woodpecker. We'll make a note of that. Right, Herbe Woodpecker. So it's a book on birds, right? Yeah, I think so. The Herbe Woodpecker is a pretty famous bird. Ah, I see. So do you have any clues for us? Yes, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this. Approach the man of stone standing in silence within the mountain range village pond, and ye shall receive. Okay, I wrote that down. But what the heck is it? It was written on a card that was taken from the book. I imagine that it's some kind of hint as to its whereabouts. A hint of bad poetry, maybe. So it was only borrowed because someone with way too much time on their hands wanted to hide it somewhere? Evidently so. It's the sort of trick that researchers used to play on each other long ago. I have no idea what would possess someone to hide a book of all things. But we certainly have had our fair share of unusual characters. It's not surprising that any of them might follow such a bizarre custom. Why's everyone looking at me? Anyway, I leave this matter in your capable hands. Please bring the book back. Hey, hold on a second. Is that the only lead we have? I'm afraid so. But the guild sent you, so I have every confidence in your ability. Well, that's just awesome. Understood. It'll be difficult work, but we'll do all that we can. Captain K, hi and bye. You may have to search every nook and cranny in Zeiss, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll be waiting here. When you do find it, please bring it back to me. Let's get this show on the road, then. I look forward to seeing you again. Okay, let's go to the grandpa's. I went down the wrong escalator. This is my house. Wow, nice place. Professor Russell is here? No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door. We should go and say hi then. I'm home, Grandpa! Okay, maybe this way. So this is the professor? Nice to meet you. My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on... Got it! Eek! I did it! It's finally complete! That's right! Who's the man? I'm the man! Yes, I should start testing it at once! Whoa! What the hell? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kinda goes into a trance when he's working, and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something, all right. I'm so embarrassed. Grandpa! There are some people here who need to talk to you. Huh? Oh, Tina, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from these tests. But Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor Orbment's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yes, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do. Right. I guess she gets it too. Professor Russell and Tina began working with some complex-looking equipment. Hey now. Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey you, with the black hair! Who, me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook entitled Orbital Energy is Applied to Force Fields. Go get it! Go on, be quick about it! Alright. Wait, Joshua! Hey, young lady, you with the antenna hair! Antenna? Oh, no you didn't! Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yup, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua? Who? Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces then, I presume. Grandpa. And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of their eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. It's no laughing matter. Especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbment after all? Well now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa! I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man, not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on, so I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise. So you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so ago. One second, guys. I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe and trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all. Yes, I have to agree. Huh? What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with? Well, Estelle explained to the professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the Black Orbment. I see. Wow, a pitch-black orbment. Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame, too. Professor Russell produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the orbment. Wait, what are you doing? It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Estelle, Joshua, and Tita peered intently at the Black Orbment. Huh? There's not even a scratch. The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying. But first, I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. A what now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your techno-babble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish. To put it in layman's terms, it allows us to see just what this orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So without further ado, Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Sure. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but it sounds great to me. We'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. No, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What is up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Now, if everyone is ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you'll put the orbment on the stand. Okay. Like this? Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tina? All set. Good, good. Now, commencing orbital force measurement test on the Black Orbment. Black Orbment, so that's going to be the official name after all? But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like Dark Thingy of Impending Doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than Black Orbment would just be annoying to say. Fidget. Oh, look at her. She's all anxious to start. Huh? Oh, Alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please. Okay. I have a feeling this isn't going to go well. Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby. Roger. Done. All measuring equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now let's see just how much this contraption is really worth. You're sure in a good mood. And click! Neat! It's all glowing and stuff. I get it. It's putting a major strain on the crystal circuit. There. Tita, any readings? Yes, but they're kind of weird. The decometer's needle is shaking like crazy. But now it's spinning around the dial. What? Oh, I don't like this. Eek! What's going on here? Joshua! Is that same black light from before? What? Uh-oh. I think we just shut down the city. Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second. All the lights in town are going out. Huh? What in... Bah, we have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. Oh, they're back on. Phew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the Black Orbment sat. But even that, well... As for everything else... Good. It looks like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine. All the lights are back, like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking, though. Okay. But just what the hell was all that? That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon. The what down? You mean how everything inside all the orbments just stopped working at once? So the Black Orbment did this? Yes, I've no doubt. But I would never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed. Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Professor! Ah, Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the hell were you up to that would cause all the power downtown to go out? How rude. It's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the Black Orbment, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay, I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault! Ah, nuts, you got me. That's it? They're just okay again? Are they always like this? This is so embarrassing. And so, the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at the town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. But back on the subject of the Black Orbment. It's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible. Yeah. What's the prof gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kerflooey? Good morning, guys! Morning, Tita. Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the Black Orbment secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking the time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. Oh, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that Orbment, too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay! Then you can come with me! Uh-oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. I guess that's what that smell is. But man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to relent. She could be like a pet cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kind of creepy, Estelle. And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey, Tita, would you mind if we stop by there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you're ready, I would like your full report on it. Business as usual, Kilika. I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the orbital blackout. I see. So the orbment that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. Going up the wrong way. That's my brother over there selling drinks. Our dream is to make enough money to open our own store. Tita, everyone, how are you? Professor Russell's in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seemed pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Ah, hello, Tita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the Black Orbment. But it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click! Whoa, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the Black Orbment is blocking the functionality of the other orbments, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby orbments seems to spread out, moving from orbment to orbment like chain lightning. I'd put the range at about 5 agra. But if there are no orbments powered on within that range, well, then that's where the effect stops. I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way for it to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack? Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big saw do exactly nothing just a moment ago? Yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'd melt down in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbital power, that which drives orbits to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Huh. Neat. I get it, fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one for under study in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tina can. Well, you could go get the engine and the gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you bracers should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me that you've forgotten. I've forgotten. But he just said not to say that! Estelle? If you look in the operations room, you can probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man, well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor, then. Wow, check out this place. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two! I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the cable unit, after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Tito, on the other hand, is just an incredibly sweet girl. Just an all-round good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't think we have to stand around talking in this case. We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation. But this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything, from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbment. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? No sweat. I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Let's see here. S-1154, Septian calendar. Death of Professor C. Epstein in the sovereign state of Lemon. 1155, Professor A. Russell returns to the Liberal Kingdom. He proposes the spread of Orbment technology to a chilly reception. 1157, Professor Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they established the Zeiss Engineering Factory, later renamed the Central Factory. 1160, Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Professor Russell becomes the first factory chief. 1162, Edgar III dies and Alicia II assumes the throne. 1164, construction is completed on the Langlad Bridge. 1168, the first orbital-powered airship, the Calatravia, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. 1173, development of the Republic's Verne Corp and Empire's Rheinord Ford Company begin, and the site is renamed the Zeiss Central Factory. 1175, the Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation is established, and the transit commuter airship, the Linde, is commissioned. 1177, transit computer airship, the Cecilia, is commissioned. 1178, factory airship, the Liebenheiz, is completed. 1180, the Zeiss Central Factory is dismantled and reconstructed at its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chaldea Hills is completed. 1182, Professor Russell resigns from his position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. 1185, natural science and medical research divisions are founded. 1187, the passenger ship Eternia sinks into Calvert waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. 1190, the Orbital Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. 1192, outbreak of the 100 Days War. The Central Factory is taken by the Erebonian Army. Professor Russell develops the air defense ship, which is used to mount a highly effective counteroffensive, and soon becomes central to the Royal Army. 1193, Liberal and Erebonia signed a peace accord. Orbment exports to the Erebonian Empire resume. 1197, version 1.0 of the Capel orbital computer is completed. 1199, development commences of the high-speed cruiser, the Aerosyl. 1202, the Aerosyl is completed and flight tests commence. Combustion engine. A machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within. Less efficient than its orbital counterpart due to issues with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Umber owned 1. Owner maintenance chief Gustav. Gasoline. A liquid derived from the purification of naturally occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum, used primarily as fuel for combustion engines and as an industrial solvent. It stores mid-20 mid-sized tanks. Repository Orbment Manufacturing Factory. Orbital haulage vehicle. Any wheeled vehicle powered by orbital energy, widely considered uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed. Primarily used for transporting cargo. Owner, no data. What the hell? General term for a device that draws orbital energy from septium, invented 50 years ago by Professor C. Epstein. The clockwork mechanism inside causes a reaction between septium and quartz, which in turn releases energy for virtually any use. The energy is gradually restored over time and is cleaner than energy produced by combustion engines, making it extremely efficient for business purposes. An electrical circuit made from the purified processed crystalline structure of a septium fragment, septh. When used as an energy source, this device causes varied phenomena, but these are never seen unless it is placed inside an orbment. Septium, a grouping of 7 gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. In modern times, pieces, septh, that are too small for jewelry are refined and purified. Its value increased dramatically upon the discovery of its use as an energy source. Airships. Orbital airships. Commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of orbital technology. Enables the power of flight by combining a flying machine to provide lift and an orbital engine for thrust. Because of the need for high-efficiency orbital energy transfer, modern airships are equipped with many high-powered orbital computers. Airships less than 20 agra in length are known as flying boats. Orbital weaponry. Any firearm or cannon powered with orbital technology. Currently the most common form of military weaponry amongst many nations. With orbital firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel, down to a tiny point, which then forces a large metal projectile outward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms, and at adjustable levels of force. Tactical orbments. Orbments used to manipulate orbital magics. Usually no larger than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed. When quartz designed for tactical orbment is installed, it improves the abilities of its bearer. When this quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomenon, the internal mechanisms are used as part of a complex process which give him or her the ability to perform what are known as arts. Looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow, it's like a magic box or something. Orbital computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept. But it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into a reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, Ideos isn't one to bestow 2 blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely at Orbment Manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is down on the airfield working on a combustion engine. And the gasoline is in the basement Orbment manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. Okay, well, I guess first we'll hit the basement. Well, that's where I thought it was going to be, but maybe it'll be in that little workshop. Left elevator, right basement orbit workshop. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. God, I just can't concentrate. Excuse me. What's that? May I help you? Estelle and Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check for you. Faye used the intercom. This is Faye. Got a request down here. We still have that tank of Calvert gasoline here in the warehouse, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy! There we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. Obtain gas tank. Okay, so next we have to go to the airfield. Down the wrong side! Let's see here. Where was the... Oh, wait, no, that was back up this way. Back up the wrong side! Okay, maybe this wasn't where I needed to go. Oh, maybe back to the factory and onto the roof? Nothing up here. Okay, so... then where exactly am I going? Got the gasoline, so now we need to see Maintenance Chief Gustav. The Maintenance Chief is probably at the airship boarding platform. He only comes back to the factory if there's some kind of official business for him. Ooh. Yeah! That's expensive. 800 blue septh. There we go. Oh, she's got some spells now. Eventually. They're saying he should be at the airfield, but I didn't see him at the airfield. Hi, need a flight? The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago. No thank you, we don't need an airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it? You mean the maintenance chief? He's not here at the moment. What do you mean, not here? He went to Leiston Fortress 2 or 3 days ago. Some kind of repair emergency on a military patrol ship. Leiston Fortress? As in the largest base in the Royal Army out by Lake Valeria? Up in the north part of Zeiss? Wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. So what do we do about Professor's request? I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word to us. Oh hey, airship! Speak of the devil. Gotta take off, Dracnon? Thanks for coming by, Dracnon. Have a good evening. An orange airship? Hold the phone. Since when are public airships orange? No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong, and it's got work arms all over it. Now that you mention it, that's a central factory vessel, the Leibniz. It's the same model as the public transports, but it's had several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport. Huh! A flying factory! Then the maintenance chief is on that airship? That's right. Now's your chance. You need to talk with him, no? We do. Thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. What do you want? The Leibniz has a mountain of parts stored in her. It's dangerous, so stand clear. Actually, we're looking for someone. Isn't there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on this ship? What do you want with me? Oh, well that's convenient. Estelle explained that Professor Russell had asked them to find and borrow a combustion engine. Ah, you're running errands for Russell, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got good timing, I'll give you that. Huh? Hang on a second. Does he actually have one packed onto this ship? Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast, though, so be careful. Received combustion engine. You weren't kidding. We can still manage to carry it. Heh, you got some spirit to you for such a young girl. I like it. Thanks. It's a pretty interesting little coincidence. That old fart wants this thing right after I got back from the military. Huh? From the military? Yeah, this thing was on loan to them for a little while. They were using it for some kind of research. As a matter of fact, I only just got it back today. Huh. Lucky for us. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Now that we've got what we need, why don't we take it back to the professor? Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief. Sure. Give my regards to the old man. Okay, it was the third floor, that's right. We're back! And we've brought what you asked for. Excellent. Thank you. Handed over combustion engine, handed over gasoline tank. You weren't kidding about how heavy this thing is. Yes, your brute strength was most useful, girl. Perfect timing, too, as I've just finished preparing the tools. All that's left is to set up the engine and put gas in it. If you'll go and put on the finishing touches, Tita. Yes, sir! And it's all set. Wow, this thing is really clunky looking. Are all of these engines like this? Yeah. It converts the engine energy given by burning gas to power the tools. So this way they won't need orbital energy. Indeed. Now let's not dawdle. Let me flip the switch. And click! Geez, this thing sure makes a racket. It's definitely a lot louder than the orbital engines. That's one of its drawbacks, yes. But I doubt we'd need to fear activating the Black Orbment this way. Let's get started. Ooh. Whoa. That's some serious sparkage. Okay, shut it down for now. We've seen how much physical punishment it can take, and how much punishment our ears can take as well. Estelle and the others crowded around to get a closer look. A tiny scratch is faintly visible. That's it? That's incredible. And with the special alloy saw, too. Whatever it's made of, it's tougher than anything I've ever seen. But if we keep at it, I believe this would work. We're going to go through quite a few saw blades, though. So it's going to be a real test of patience, then. Hey, Professor, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, have you already finished the modifications? Of course I have. Remember who you're talking to. Anyway, what is it? Is something wrong? I've just received a message from the hotel in Elmo for you. The orbital-powered pump that supplies the hot water for their spa is broken down. Since they can't make any money like this, they'd like for you to come and try to fix it. Ah, you must be kidding. Damn it, of all the times for this to happen. If you're that busy, why don't you send another engineer over? No, that pile of junk is at least 40 years old. The younger techs have no idea what to do with anything that's not state-of-the-art. What a pain in the... Grandpa, maybe I could go over and do the repairs, you think? Tita? You took me there to help with maintenance before. I think it'll be fine if I just go. You sure? I'm sure you do a fine job on the repairs. It's not what concerns me. Agreed, there are monsters out on the roads. But we can't just leave Miss Mao like this. If that's the problem, why don't you let us handle this? Huh? It's a bracer's duty to ensure the safety of Libero's roadways. Therefore, seeing that Tita arrives at her destination safely is our responsibility. Well, that's another story. If you're all with her, then we don't need to worry. Alright then, thank you. Are you sure this is okay? Don't worry about it. Kids shouldn't sweat the details so much. If you're ready, then let's go. Thank you both. Okay, Grandpa and Mr. Murdoch. We'll be back soon. Take care, dear. Be careful out there. Okay, we got a few other things we can sell. Let's see if Cannon Girl's equipment needs upgrading at all. Maybe we can get one piece of it at least. So, Elmo. Sounds kind of fun. There's a hot spring there, right? Right, it's a real nice place. My grandpa's taken me there a few times. So which way do we go? There's a big field outside the south entrance of town. You just follow that road due south to get there. Got it, due south from the south entrance. Well, let's go then. A couple things to do before we go. We go down the up escalator. First things first, anything new? Yes! Looks like we know what we're doing next time now with a bunch of short-term jobs. Tester for new sneaker model wanted. Any bracers involved in a wide range of activities are welcome. If you think your legs are up to the task, come see me in the laboratory on the 4th floor of the central factory. All testers get a free pair of shoes, so act now. A haulage vehicle headed to the Wolf Fort hasn't arrived yet, but it was supposed to ages ago. A bracer from this branch is serving as its escort, but I fear they may have run into trouble. Please search for the Trap Plains Road for them. I'm looking for a powerful ingredient to be used in new menu items currently under consideration at the Forgle Bar. Anyone with appropriate items on hand, please bring them to me. I am extremely busy, however, so please do not seek me out for details or clarification. It appears that someone has filched some cigarettes that were being stored in a cabinet in the clinic. Please find the dirty crook who did this. ASAP. Come see me on the 4th floor of the clinic for witness info and possible suspects. A ferocious monster known as a Mercury Viper has been spotted along the Ritter roadway. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. I'd like to run it full screen, but with me only having one monitor, I wouldn't be able to monitor the chat if I ran it full screen. And yes, this game does have an awesome soundtrack. I'm hoping with the announcement that second chapter is coming out this summer that it'll come out right about the time I finish this one. Okay, so... yeah, she could use all 3. That's 20,000. I don't think I can save up that much. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, not quite. What's... oh, that was Sal. Well, let's get her the new gun. And the new boots. See here, we got about 15 minutes left. You know what, before we go south, let's go ahead and do the job that we can do in the city. Up the wrong escalator again. Huh? What is it? If you're looking for Ray, he's out for lunch. No, we checked out the bulletin board and... oh, I see. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. My name's Terry. I'm a researcher here at the Central Factory. I'm Estelle, bracer in training. I'm Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Likewise. Going straight to business, I have a favorite task for you. Do your schedules allow for it? Sure. I don't see a problem with it. The request said you needed help with testing a new style of sneaker? Could you give us a little more detail? Oh, certainly. But first, here. Received Alpha Strega. Is this your new kind of sneaker? Yes, the Strega Corporation is conducting research on new products to bring to market. The particular test requires you to wear these prototypes around to various places. Upon the successful completion of this test, all that will remain is to put them into production. I see. Hey, just a second there, buddy. Did you just say the Strega Corporation? Yes? So then this new line of sneakers... yes, it's the Strega Corporation's newest product. Oh god, I forgot Estelle's a shoe freak. Specifically, she's a sneaker freak. Didn't I just say all this? Oh, great ideas! Thank you for bestowing upon me, or us, this magnificent job! Are you alright? Why the sudden prayer? Don't mind her. Estelle's something of a sneaker collector. More to the point, she pretty much adores the Strega brand ones. Oh, I get it now. Oh, so you might say she has sneaker mania then. I was just a little taken aback by her reaction. Estelle, would you snap out of it? I get that you're excited, but we do have work to do. Ahem, you are correct. Well, you certainly have spirit. A scary amount, in fact. So will you do the test? Please don't pray at me again. Yes, absolutely! See what I mean? It's alright, please proceed. So we'll take on the job, but you want us to wear these shoes everywhere we go? Yes, that's correct. From the Elmo Spa to the Wolf Fort, all the way to the Sanctheim Gate. And when you feel you've tested them out properly, bring them back to me. The layer between the sole and insole is my responsibility, so I have to see how it holds up. So you need us to report back when we have the chance. That at least. See if you can wear them out. Here, just leave it to me. If you'll excuse us. Now, it's a defense downgrade, but it's a job. Now, who was the one I needed to talk to on... Fourth floor clinic. I swear, this time you're not getting away. Good afternoon, Miss Miriam. Oh, good afternoon. Oh my, so many of you. Yeah, we saw your posting on the bulletin board. I'm Estelle, junior bracer. And I'm Joshua, also a junior bracer. We heard that there might be a case for us here. Yes, I'd certainly say so. If you can, it'd be ideal if you started your investigation at once. Do you think it'd be possible? Sure. Okay, then. I know this is urgent, but can you provide us with any more details? Well, it's not a complicated tale to tell. Someone took the cigarettes that were in this cabinet. This is a medical office. Why would you even have cigarettes here? Under my supervision, this factory has observed a no-smoking policy for the last several years. Any confiscated tobacco is kept in here, which would mean that anyone who's had anything confiscated is immediately a suspect, since what was taken probably belongs to that individual to begin with. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm inclined to agree. It took so much work to get the smoking ban established. If I just let this go, it will completely undermine the entire policy. First of all, we should talk to the people that were smokers to begin with. Would you happen to know who that would be? My first suggestion would be Supervisor Travis from Operations. He's always been a heavy smoker. Plus, he's never really accepted the ban, so I'd say he's got motive. Okay, sounds like a good place to start. So I'll make a note of it. There's also Hugo in the design room. I think he's currently arranging a meeting in the first floor lobby. The people who have worked here the longest tend to be the smokers. Ah, okay. So there's Travis from the operations room and Hugo on the first floor. Is there anything else you can tell us? If not, we can go ahead and get started. Well, I don't know if it'll be of any use to you, but there was an eyewitness. Huh? Yeah, that might be a lead. And who was this eyewitness? He's right behind you. Antoine? A cat? I did say I wasn't sure he would actually help. That you did. But Antoine's a really smart cat. He might remember who took the cigarettes. Indeed, if you bring him along in your search, he might provide you with a useful clue. He may not have as good a sense of smell as a dog, but it's still quite impressive. That's the hope, anyway. If you bring along some fresh milk, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to follow you. In light of the lack of other clues, I'd like to try. Sure, it can't hurt. If we find anything of note, we'll be back to let you know. I'll be waiting. Whoever did this absolutely must be caught. Okay, so I gotta go get some fresh milk. Of course not. There's our milk. Back to the cat. Here you go, Antoine, some nummy milk. And Cat joins the party. Hello again. Did you find what you were looking for? Oh yeah, we did. We're just looking for something different now. Different? Yes, some cigarettes were taken from the clinic. Someone actually did that? I imagine you're being kept pretty busy. Have you been in the clinic at any time today? No, I haven't. I've been here all day. You're welcome to search the room if you want. Well, he doesn't seem suspicious. Yeah, I think he's a dead end. Well, am I still under suspicion? Alright, what do you think, Antoine? Meow? No reaction. So much for that, then. Sorry to have taken up your time. We'd appreciate your future cooperation with our investigation. Sure, no problem. So we've got a cat sniffing things out for us. Okay, we gotta start that conversation over. Resignation business has been a serious problem. We need to get the project moving ahead. There's nothing we can do about getting him back now. We should look at it as an opportunity for a fresh perspective on the subject. Great, I missed something. What is it? Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something important. Come back later if you need me. I don't get the feeling that he particularly wants to be questioned. Oh yeah, any reaction out of Antoine? Meow? Nothing. I guess neither of them is the culprit. No clues to be found. As it stands, we should keep on looking. There may be a hint somewhere in there, like Dr. Miriam said. I guess you're right. Don't see any clues here. We're not taking full advantage of the high orbital pressure threshold. Yes, sir, that's true. But won't doing so make the overall unit too top-heavy? I believe this configuration is better given its current housing and balance. That may be true, but it's not part of my design philosophy. I'm trying to maximize output within our technical limits. Yes, sir. I should have talked to the other person. Same conversation. Thanks in advance. As long as you get her here, Dita can do all of the work. Good luck. Okay, nothing to see here. Check that lab on the 4th floor. We haven't run around long enough for that. I believe the Keppel's effectiveness was directly related to the orbital shutdown. I believe that when the Orbment shut down, it was able to do a complete reset. We could use that as a new maintenance technique. The shelf holds a book entitled Tomorrow's Cooking. Oh yeah, read it. Pronunciation of the feline language has distinct characteristics depending on the region and may differ slightly from the following information. This could be considered comparable to dialects in the human tongue. In addition, since the number of elongated vowel sounds indicated by the tilde character are intimately related to a cat's personality and emotional state, there is quite a broad range of variation. That being said, I have attempted to compile a list of the most common expressions. Nyaun, you're absolutely right. Nyago, this way. Nyao, this is it. Nya ya ya, an expression of delight. Nyayo, go. Hold up. These nails are bothering me when agitated. Nya, I'm hungry. Nyaun, an expression of caution. Nyaun, I'm tired. Nyaun, who are you? Okay, yeah, I'm not doing these anymore. And I'm not reading 12 pages of a book. Nyago! Huh? Nyago! Does anything seem strange about this door to you? This room is... Yeah, unlikely, but let's head on in and make sure. Alright. What's wrong? Ah, Antoine! Why are you so fussy? Huh? What's this? Looks like we found the culprit. Yeah? What are you talking about? Mr. Murdoch, you went to the clinic today, didn't you? Huh? No, I didn't. We're currently looking for the cigarettes that were taken from there. Would you mind if we search this room for a bit? Sure, go ahead. Okay, we'll start immediately. In there? Let's try to find the key. It's got to be in here somewhere. Sure thing. Examine the bookshelf. There's nothing of interest. Apparently no one was considerate enough to hide some money here, though. Alas. Found back room key. Found cigarettes. Found them. Which would likely mean... No, Mr. Murdoch couldn't have. Well, it's a shock, that's for sure. I wouldn't have suspected. No, you've got it all wrong. This is all just one big misunderstanding. I was just going to take one quick puff and then put the rest of them right back in the clinic. Chief Murdoch, I think you ought to come and explain this to Dr. Miriam. I have to say, I'm simply amazed. I never would have suspected you of all people. I'm sorry. I just needed a smoke. I can't really explain it any other way than saying the craving got the better of me. Dr. Miriam, I really am sorry. Mr. Murdoch, you know perfectly well that the rule has been in place for quite some time. You're right. Coming up on 10 years now. Huh? Well, yeah. So where did this sudden, uncontrollable urge come from, then? Honestly, I'm not so sure myself. After we had that orbital power outage, I've heard no end of complaints from the townsfolk. I guess that it just got to be too much, and I needed a smoke to help cool me down. Mr. Murdoch, I'm sorry, this is all because of what Grandpa and I did. No, Tita, you haven't done anything wrong, so don't apologize. This doesn't really even have anything to do with the professor. Maybe you should take a little break or something? It seems to me that this was all because of too much stress. I do understand your situation, Mr. Murdoch. I think that I'm willing to forgive and forget in this case. What? Really? Instead, I'm going to insist that you take a decent break. You're just going to ruin your health if you go on like this. You're right. Once things settle down a little bit, I'll try on using some of my vacation time. I'm still sorry for this whole mess, though. It's water under the bridge. You need to focus on your health. I will. I guess I'll be going now. Phew, that's kinda sad. It's not like he was trying to cause any trouble or anything. Be that as it may, the factory is still his responsibility. Well, that much is true. Now I really must thank you all. You've handled this case brilliantly. You're welcome. I think half the credit has to go to Antoine, though. Yeah, no kidding. I'm glad my suggestion bore fruit. I trust you'll be nice to him if you should meet again. Of course. Well, thank you again for your help. I'll be certain to call upon you again should another incident arise. Glad to help. I think we'll be on our way then. See you later. Okay, so we finished that one. Let's go turn it in and we're going to call it a day. Okie dokie, so it's pretty much right at that time, just a little bit past. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. As always, I hope you guys have enjoyed. And we will see you again next time for more Trails in the Sky next week. Have a good day, enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings, whatever time it is, and we'll see you next time.